Hello everyone, just a quick video from the cavern today. If you want to pause, I've got a little screenshot there. I recently had a comment from a viewer explaining on how to straighten up some of these bent minis. So I went out and I got two. This guy, you can see his hammer is just a little bit distorted. And the other one, you can see, of course it was on sale, yay. But the sword that's supposed to be in the straight form of the packaging, you can see it curves up right there, and well, that's not that great. So we're going to follow the instructions that this commenter left, and so we're going to get some water boiling here. So we're going to have essentially a hot water bath and an ice water bath. Now, totally understand the mechanics behind it. I wasn't sure how well the miniatures would hold up. I knew the big beefy boy would probably be okay. The ranger I was a little worried about just because it was a skinny piece. And you'll see it ended up working out pretty well. I was really surprised because the comment said, yeah, just place it in the hot water for maybe 30 seconds and put it in an ice bath. The only thing I was really worried about was, do I have to try and reform it when it's warm, or does it just do it on its own? So you guys will see here, we're going to add our hot water, and we're going to do the larger figure first, just because that's what I kind of felt safer doing. I don't know if it actually needs to be full-on boiling water. Definitely made this go a lot faster than I thought it would. And of course I have my handy-dandy pliers here because, well, I don't trust myself to not stick my hands in boiling water because, well, that's just how I am. So at first I just kind of dunk him and I thought I would hold him there, but he ended up seeing just fine on his own, so we just drop him in there for a little bit. Now, he doesn't shift too much while he's sitting in there. I was worried since he was face down that it would actually end up bending the figure a little more since there was pressure on that part of the piece. When I went and I'm going to go to take him out here, I wasn't too sure. Well, honestly, I was just surprised about how malleable it was. I mean, you pull it out and it was almost like Play-Doh. I'm sure some of you sitting at home are timing this and it may be over 30 seconds, but you know, it's okay. So if you pull them out here, you can see how wobbly that hammer is. I'm like, do I have to straighten it out when I set them or what? So I held it just a little bit when I put him in the ice water, so hopefully it would help when it came to fixing him into position. Just because, like I said, it was just super wobbly. I mean, I was surprised how flexible it was without snapping. And, you know, he was still just a little warm, not bad. Just put him back in, see what happens. All in all, it ended up straightening out the hammer a little bit. There was still a little bit of sway on it. So it made me not too sure about how well things were going to go for our little ranger guy. I'm hoping to get this one painted up this weekend. I kind of want to paint him to look like Senshi from Delicious in Dungeon, if any of you have been watching. That's kind of why I picked him up. So again, we want to straighten out that sword on that ranger. And watch the bottom left border of this here. I had to slow it down because I barely had it in the screen. The moment this hits the bottom, it straightens out on its own. I mean, it just resets back out to form. I was so surprised. I mean, look at that. It's straight as can be. I thought it would need a little bit of bending or it would be too pliable. I was worried that I was going to take this out and, you know, it bent back in a different direction like it had already had been. That would assume the form it wasn't supposed to be in since it was sitting in it. But as you can see, I mean, it doesn't revert at all. Sorry if the voiceover sounds a little odd. I had to switch locations. Someone walked in. And then, of course, you know, I, in all my wisdom, go to get the pliers and cannot get this thing out of the boiling water. Just because I'm a special kind of special. So we're just gonna dump it into the sink because you know, again, I'm not gonna reach my hand into boiling water. I thought about it. I thought it might be able to pull it off, but I was also worried that the pliers would end up making an impression on the figure again, since it is really malleable. Little warm, not super hot. Drop them in the ice water. and had, again, no problems affixing to where he was supposed to be. I mean, you can see it there. He just stays as is. So super helpful tip to know. Thank you for commenting. Honestly, really appreciate it, because going forward, I can fix so many of my figures now. I mean, that's just excellent. So yeah, just a little tip for all you other painters out there that might be a little saddened by some of those prints. Again, thanks all for visiting. Thanks for all your support, and take care.